In this video, we're going to learn different things like the escape key, the hotbar icons, inventory, the bed, campfire, chest, wood and saplings, and that's about it. So if you want to watch the video, you'll learn about those things. Thank you. Hello people, this is episode 2 of the absolute basics for Minecraft, and we're going to talk about different things on here. But let's talk about what we didn't talk about in the last time, and one was the escape key. So if we hit the escape key, we come back to this screen right here. It paused the game, so nothing is happening in the background. And you can get out of the game. You can save and quit and go back to the thing. We did not talk about that last time. I should have. The other thing we can do in here is talk about statistics right here. We click on here and it shows different things, how long we played the game and different things. And then items, we can click on here and show different things that we have gotten so far. The little icons up here. So we get out of here, hit done, and go back to the game. Okay, the other thing I'm going to talk about is the part below. Below is, and I can't put my cursor on there. You have the little hearts. That's your health. Right now we are full health. There, everything is red down there, so that is full. The little hearts are full. And then to the right of that are little like meat pops or chicken bones or turkey legs or whatever you want to call them. There's different names for them. Ham hocks. Right now the what is that, number 10 is like half black. So let's, if we come up here and go wee boom, the red heart went away, but now because the ham hocks are somewhat full, it is slowly regenerating. See if the other one is going to go. I don't think it's going to go. So it's not going to go because the 10th one is no longer full. So you need to have that full before you can continue, or else if your hearts go all the way down to 0, you're going to die. And you're going to have to spawn back in this game at some other point. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. It's based on where your bed is located. The other thing below that is the number 2 and some little bars. That is your experience. That tells you how much you have done in the game and your levels. So, and you base that on what animals you have killed, what achievements you have done, which we'll talk about later. The furnace, how many things you have cooked in there. You get a little bit of experience there. And breaking certain blocks, like the coal. Remember the coal that was back here? That, we got a little bit of experience on those. And remember when, I don't remember, we were doing something over there and we got a little green orb. I think we were getting the coal. We got some green orbs. That's what that experience is. And then down below that is your hot bar. And there's, those items are based on your keyboard. So if I hit the number 3, boop, it jumps to the 3rd item. Hit number 8, boop, jumps to the 8th item. That's me going boop, 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 boop. All right. And the other thing, so if we go into, or we can use a scroll wheel. If we go into, hit the E key again, we come into here. Whoop, and we have our armor, and we talked about all this. This is your inventory. Some of the items can stack up to 64. Other items, like the egg, can only stack up to 16. And the tools are non-stackable items. You can only have, it takes up 1 slot. So you'll start collecting items, and it'll start filling in here. Here's sort of like your pockets and a built-in backpack, or however you want to call it, your shoes, your arm sleeves, or however you want to call it. This is what you're carrying. All right, so you hit the escape key, get out of here. The other thing we want to talk about is the bed. So if we grab the bed and we come out here, since we said if we die, it's based on our bed location, it can't find the bed because it is now in our inventory. So it's going to spawn us back way over there. That's where we spawned. Remember the first tree that we got? And then we ran over here and got some trees over here. And then we came over here and dug into this little hole. So that is where you'd spawn. You'd spawn back there because the game could not find this bed. So we're going to break these. Ooh, we're getting new recipes. Okay. So the other thing is I'm going to place this bed down right here. Now, if we die, are we going to come back here? No, because we haven't slept in this bed. Or if we right click, boop, now your respawn point has been set to here. But if we break this bed again, oop, we spawn back there. So it's if you go and collect some resources, take the bed with you, but place it down, right click on it, and you can spawn back to where you did, or in the middle, or you're getting close to nighttime, you start seeing the stars. As soon as you see the stars, boop, click on the bed, and it will tell you, you know, only sleep at night. So we're going to grab this, keep in our inventory. We're quite safe now. All right, the next thing we want to do is build a campfire. We come into here, go into the crafting thing. We don't know how to build a campfire, but if we come in and hit this recipe book, we show all the different things. With this check mark, these are the things we can make with our stuff right here. If we click this, these are the things we have learned, or our avatar has learned. Not you as a person, but you as your character in your avatar. So these are all the things we have learned so far. Some of these we haven't even talked about, like, what is this? A sign. Oh, and why is it going back and forth? But, so we're going to come in here. We're going to make some sticks. We need sticks, and now we can see a campfire. So we're going to click on the campfire. It'll say how it's being done. So we use some resources. We're going to click this campfire, bring it down here, take it outside. We can do it inside, but it's better outside for me to show you some things. Place it down here. This flame will never go away. It will always run. And it's showing smoke. So if we come far away, boop, 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 we see the smoke. We know our house is near because we see the smoke. Now, if you want to make that smoke go higher, there's an item which we haven't learned on how to make it yet, or haven't found one. Yes, you can find them in the world. They're called hay bales. If you put a hay bale under here, it's like infinite fuel for this campfire. That campfire will never go away. It will make that smoke be taller. So if you're way, way away, you can barely see that smoke. The other thing we can do, and I've already done this up here, is put some torches up here. And that's some iron, which we'll get later. And we can see those torches from a little ways away. So what can we do with this campfire? If we grab this raw food and place it on here, we can do up to 4. There's 4 corners on this campfire. It's going to cook that food right there. It's going to take roughly 30 seconds to cook this food, and we'll see how we're doing. So we just we just wait. But you have to wait. You cannot just walk away. You can walk away, but I'll show you what happens. In roughly 30 seconds, it pops off. You have to pick it up and get it. But if you don't, you run away and it pops off, it's going to disappear. Roughly 5 minutes, it will disappear. Anything you put on the ground that you don't pick up, it'll disappear in 5 minutes. So if you die and you spawn back to somewhere else, you need to go find where you died, and your stuff will still be there. and you'll have all your stuff. All this stuff will be at your death location. You have to go find it. You have no idea where it is. But your stuff will still be there. Your experience, you'll get some of it back. Not very much. You'll get some of it. But we're going to let that go. All right, so now that our food pops are going down, we're going to click on here and eat that. Oh, it didn't fill it all the way up. Do we have anything else? Oh, we have some cooked pork chop. Let's eat that. Now that the meat pops are full, the hearts are going good. And now it's getting close to nighttime, so we're going to stay in here. The other way to cook is in this furnace right here. We can cook this. If we put a stick in here, it's not even going to cook that. The other way, we can cook planks. We can put it this. It's better to wait until there's like 8 items in here. We can do it, but it's a waste of fuel. Okay? Stars are out. Bed. Click on the bed. So that just shows the number of times I've clicked on the bed. All right, we're going to leave that there. All right, so we've shown about the campfire and how to cook food and this. There's also something else that I don't know if you saw in here. Oh, I'm not clicking up. Crafting table is a smoker. A smoker cooks food, but we don't have enough resources to make that right now. So we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on this crafting table and we're going to make some planks. Just 4 of them. No, we need more planks. 4, 8, and go in a circle around here. Boop, boop. And this makes a chest. We're going to grab this chest and let's dig into the wall a little bit. Boop, boop. Keep going. Place the chest down there. Walk over here, grab that. Now if we right click on the chest, now we can start putting stuff in here. Stuff we don't need right now, but if we die, you don't lose this stuff because it's here in this chest. And that chest closes. Okay? If we put a second chest right now, down right here, it becomes a double chest. Do not place anything above it. You won't be able to open the chest. There are certain things you can put above it that will make you let you open the chest, but not everything. Okay, so what is next? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go collect some resources. I'm going to go collect some wood. I'm going to collect oak wood. I'm going to collect birch. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let the trees slowly decay and the leaves decay. They're going to drop different things. The oak will drop sticks, apples, and the wood. And the birch will just drop sticks. And you can get the wood from when you're chopping it. But I have an axe, and I'm going to go get it. So I'm going to get some wood, and I'd say a stack of oak and maybe half a stack of birch. And then I'm going to walk around, and remember up here, collect some iron. And let's see what's over here. Collect coal. See if there's anything. Whoa, don't. I'm going to show you different things after we collect some of these resources. See if there's anything else. So I would say grab your bed, take a round, maybe grab a little copper. Not very much. There's some uses for copper, but at the beginning you don't need copper. Maybe for armor. We'll talk about armor later and different uses for copper. But I'm gonna pause the game right now, and I'm gonna pause the recording, not pause the game, and collect some things. Also, go around and punch. You don't have to use. You can use an open hand. Get the leaves or grass. Sorry, not leaves. Leaves are something else. And punch this. About every 3rd or 4th one, you'll get seeds. Try to get like 20 seeds. If you have it in your hand, chickens will follow you. So always don't have that in your hand because you'll see, whoa, chickens are following me. Get about 20 seeds. So I'd say 20 seeds, about a stack, 64 oak, maybe half a stack of 32 birch, and maybe kill a couple things. Do not kill all the animals because you're going to need them at a future date, and you're going to have to go a long way to go get the animals. The only ones I'd say you can kill for food is the pigs. That's the only reason for the pigs. So collect all those resources and we'll meet back here in a bit. Okay, so I have collected a bunch of resources. I collected 32 birch, roughly 53. Saplings dropped, birch dropped, apples dropped. I collected some rose and some tulips that were there and there. Sticks dropped also. And so all this is what I have collected, this row right here. So we are good to go. The one thing that will happen is if a tree is next to another tree and the leaves are touching, the leaves won't disintegrate. There's another sapling right there. So we have collected a bunch of resources, and I'm going to show you real quick on what these saplings can do. You're gonna collect a lot of these later on, but that's all right. If you place it down, the tree will grow eventually. It might take a day or two. So we can do a couple of these. Just don't do them right next to each other, just in some areas. And then the oak also. If you do an oak like next to a block, it'll grow bigger. Like this tree over here, this is a big tree. This is going to take you a while because you have to climb all the way up in there. So we just do it close by. And if you do an oak tree near flowers, you might get a beehive. There's a possibility, not always. All right, so I have not collected any other resources. This is all I have done. So this is all I'm going to do. But we're going to need this for our next projects and what we're going to do next. So we're going to do that. The other thing I want to show you is if you hit the F key, it shows you statistics, local, difficulty. That is not always on. You can turn that on. There's a special way to do that. And I hit the F key, and then the X and Y and Z, that's where we are right now. If I move around, you can see that the X and Y is moving. So that's your location. That's another way to remember where you are. That's about all you'll need is the X, Y, Z, and the day up if you want to do it. Everything else, and maybe the way you're facing. But like we said before, the sunflowers tell you east and west. That's the only thing. Somebody says, go east. You can look on here and say which way is east. Plus the clouds go west to east. There's all sorts of things. Is that a... No. Every once in a while there'll be a special symbol. So F3. All right. So I think that's going to be the episode. But before next time, collect all these resources. Collect some copper and some iron. And we'll meet back in another couple days. My plan, just plans always change, is Wednesday I will create another one. But I killed some pigs. That's how I got that. And just walking around the eggs by the chickens, wherever it is. The chicken.